don't need to be doing what the point guards are doing. I don't need to be doing what the big men are doing. I need to be doing what I need to be doing. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Tyren Johnson Show. My name is Tyren Johnson, professional basketball player, 14 years, currently playing in Nancy, France. And I created this podcast to help you guys develop the mentality and the mindset to go out into the world to make them pay so that one day you can live a truth life. I wish that my mentors would have did something like this so that I could have skipped a whole bunch of steps, not have bumped my head. I want to be that source for you guys so that you guys don't have to do it. And I want to make sure that you stay true to it. Right? Today's episode, we're talking about why I prefer to train alone. Right? Training is therapeutic for me. It's one of the main reasons I prefer to train alone, because training is therapeutic for me. I've been training since I was a kid. I started training when I was 5 years old. Right? I had one of those baseballs that taught you how to throw curveballs and sliders and fastballs and four-seam fastballs and screwballs. And it just taught you how to throw the ball. I started doing this when I was 5 years old. I was playing with the 9 and 10 years old. I started in the batting cage at 5 years old. Right? Just training. I didn't even think nothing about being a professional athlete. I just wanted to be the best kid on the block. Right? These kids were playing this game and I wanted to be the best kid on the block. I'll play basketball for fun, I'll play football for fun, but I took baseball extremely serious. So I've been a very disciplined person since I was a kid. And I'm talking about like a young kid, right? I don't know no other life except sports. Right? This is what I've done my entire life. And I haven't got bored. I haven't felt like I was missing out on anything. It's been fun. It's been exciting. I find joy in the tough times. I find joy in the highs. I find joy in the lows. So it's a part of who I am, and it's a part of who I'm going to be, right? And I don't think everybody has that same type of perspective, right? Like, when I was playing basketball, I used to do this visualization thing where I'll be on the court. I always had this dream of playing for the Knicks. Right? When I was coming off of the draft, the Knicks and the Bucks were high on me. I'm like, this is really about to happen. But I'll be on the court saying 5, 4, 3, 2, shot. I started doing this at a very young age. And I was in the yard by myself, but really and truly, Michael Jordan was guarding me. Kobe Bryant was guarding me. Tracy McGrady was right in front of me when I knocked down that shot. I was going by LeBron James and I was finishing on Shaq. Like, I did all of these visualizations, put myself in these situations because I knew where I wanted to be, right? And if I do that around people, I'm weird. But when I'm by myself, I got a chance to be extremely creative. I put myself in all kinds of situations. I talk to myself religiously. My wife thinks I'm crazy. But they say geniuses and some of the greatest people that have ever lived talk to themselves all the time. I've been doing this since I was a kid. Putting myself in situations, hitting the baseball on the house, fielding it, throwing it to the imaginary second base, which was the same wall that I hit it against, getting it back, catching it, you're out of here. I played games with myself. I never needed anybody to train with, right? I just never do that. I used to train to be a quarterback, which is why I think one of my best assets in basketball is my ability to read the game, make passes, the accuracy of my passes. That came from training to be one of the best football players in the country. I wanted to be one of the best quarterbacks in the country. So what I used to do, I worked on quarterback drills all day during football season. If I had receivers, cool. If I didn't have receivers, I would throw the ball on top of the roof, go run and get it, run a route and go and get it. And I was also working on my wide receiver skills at the same time because I was growing really fast. So I'm working on all these things by myself. My mama hated it. My mama hated the ball going against the house. My mama hated me throwing the ball against the roof. My mama hated the fact that I was busting up the garage doors. But guess what? I could not listen to my mama because my mama didn't see the big picture. A lot of you guys are listening to your moms and they're killing your dreams. And it'll hurt right now, but I promise you, they'll get over it. They're just aggravated. They want peace and quiet. They're older. Yeah, cool. Sure. I'm sorry, Mom. Right back to it. Now, don't be disrespectful to your parents, but I'm just telling you that sometimes parents just speak. But whenever our parents speak, sometimes those words mean so much that we'll stop what we're doing and stop our growth because we want to appease our parents. You're not hurting nobody. You're not doing any drugs. You're not getting any girls pregnant or letting a guy get you pregnant. You're not doing any of those things. You're outside, visualizing yourself being one of the best athletes on the planet, and you're doing it in the confines of your backyard. Many people will call you crazy, but that's what they call all the greats. All the greats are crazy. They're delusional. They're supposed to be. Right? Here's one of the main reasons why I like training alone. No distractions. If I see guys cheating, it kills my energy. Guys are normally not as engaged as me. And when I see a guy coming short on the line and we running sprints, it kills me. I'm pissed because I don't want to feel like I'm losing to this guy. I want a fair shot. If we're going to run a sprint, I want to win. You might not be competing, but I'm competing. But if you're cutting the line short by 2 feet, how can I win? It's unfair, right? And what that do is, it kills my motivation. For me, that's a loser. I hate being around losers. When you're in a team environment, you have to be around losers because most players are losers, right? But whenever I'm training, that's the one thing I can control. That's the one thing that I can control, right? There's another reason why I like training alone. We're all different. We all got different goals. We all got different things that we want to work on. I don't want you to come in my workout and you focusing just on you. I don't need to work on what you need to work on. You don't need to work on what I need to work on. So let's just go ahead and keep this separate and let me do what I got to do and you do what you got to do. Right? It's how I get to create my own world. I'm a god in my own world, right? I feel untouchable when I'm training by myself. I put my music on probably 20% of the time. I talked about this in the last episode because sometimes that takes me over the edge, especially if I'm working out around other people. I see that they're cheating and the music, when I hear that Jeezy or that Boosie going, it takes me over the edge, right? Most of the time I enjoy the sounds of the gym or I enjoy the sounds of nature. Because I'm self-motivated. I don't really need to be motivated by nobody else, right? And it's one of my troubles when I play basketball internationally is that a lot of teams tend to want to try to take care of your body. But like, I'm a pro. We was taught since college how to take care of our bodies. I don't want to work with your trainer, right? I don't want to work with your skill development guy. I'm my own trainer. I'm my own skill development guy. Whenever I get injured, I heal myself. I've learned how to heal myself in most of my injuries. I go to these guys on these teams because I'm obligated to, and they're trying to rush you back. If you don't get the okay from the doctor, then they just think that you're just trying to steal money. But some guys ain't doing this for that, right? And it drives me crazy. That's the part of the business that I hate. It is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do. But these are some of the reasons why I prefer to train alone, because these guys haven't even done a test on me to see where I'm weak at, to see where I'm strong at, to see what I need to work on, to see what my balance is, to see if I'm doing this correctly. They're just giving me a generic workout that they give everybody. I don't need to be doing what the point guards are doing. I don't need to be doing what the big men are doing. I need to be doing what I need to be doing, right? And that's why it drives me crazy because I study this, right? I've been doing this for so long that it takes the joy away from me, and I have to really, it's really hard for me when I'm playing professionally. I have to really, really focus on being a team player, shutting down my ego and knowing how to be coachable because it can get out of hand, right? Do I think everyone should do this? No. Everyone is different. Some people need partners. I can't lie. The best workouts I have is when I have a dedicated partner. When I was young and I had my brothers around me and we used to fight every day, me and Jason Farragood, we called him Window. Jared Farragood, we called him Buckethead. Those were my guys, man. We fought all the time. We went up the street to my man Tyler's house, fought all the time. They came to my yard. The whole block came to my yard, man. Just having those guys consistently showing up, man, we used to push each other, right? We used to push each other to be better, push each other to be great. We all had dreams. So I get it. Some people need partners, right? Some people don't, right? But nothing wrong with it. There's nothing like having a dedicated workout partner, right? Especially as a pro. Like you guys can make each other really better because you kind of on the same skill level, kind of got the same strength probably, and you push each other and you get to see each other's career go crazy. Like when we're doing this when we were young, there's no money involved, but whenever you making $100,000 and you watch your workout partner go and make $300,000-$400,000, you get to say, oh, whoa, I work out with that guy. I'm next up. It motivates you. When you're around successful people, you start thinking differently, right? So another reason why I don't think everyone should do this is because many don't know how to drug their own workouts. See, I do this for a living. In my off time, I study how the body works. I study my body. I pay attention to what I'm feeling. I learned all of these things for many, many, many years. They had a website called stack.com, and since I was in college, I wanted to recreate that and put that out for people like me to better understand it, right? A cool website, people of my culture, to be honest with you, so that they can really understand what's going on in this world. So I've been studying this since I was in college, bro. Like, most people don't do that. Most people want to show up to the gym and let the trainer do everything for them. Cool, that works. I'm not saying it doesn't. It just doesn't work for me, right? So, last point, you need to be careful when you take this approach. Please be careful when you take this approach. You see, to go back to it, I barely use trainers except outside help, except for whenever I need a rebounder, right? Sometimes this creates friction with the teams I sign with. During the season, team wants you to train and it drives me crazy. And I feel my body is my responsibility. I'm here to follow. When I sign to a team, I want to follow the orders and I want to build chemistry. I do not want to focus on my body with you. I'm already focused on my body. Like, that's the most important thing, especially when you get to my age. The skill is not so much important anymore. The most important thing is making sure that your body is in shape. So I take that very serious, right? But the team is investing in you, so they take your body very serious too, because you're another number. Let's just be honest. You're a number to them, and they got to make sure that this number, we're investing in this number, we got to make sure that this number produces. Otherwise, we need to get somebody else to put that number on. And nobody's that transparent, but that's just the reality of the situation. Whenever you twist the ankle, they're going to try to rush you back instead of really doing a diagnostics and really taking the step-by-step that it takes to get you to the next point. Look at how people do preseason. How many guys get injured in preseason? Because teams don't understand that basketball training is linear. It goes up, right? It's not perpendicular. It's not, let's go from the summer vacation to 100%. No, you got to go from 20, 30, 40, 50 and build. You're never supposed to be sore as a basketball player. That's another episode. I won't talk about that in this episode, but what I'm telling you is that everybody is different, and I prefer to train alone. And you should start looking at yourself and asking yourself, are you better training with people or are you better training alone? Because there can be a lot of benefits when you train alone. There are some cons, but there can be a lot of benefits. And I think that I have mastered the art of training alone. So it worked for me. I mean, I'm not one of the best players in the world, although I do think I am. But at the end of the day, basketball is about opportunity. It's a numbers game. Most guys in the NBA or in the EuroLeague, the skill level ain't that different. They took advantage of their opportunities. They got lucky. They knew somebody that knew somebody. All type of factors, right? Prepare yourself so that if those opportunities come, you can take advantage of them, right? Quick review. Why I train alone? Training is therapeutic for me. Might need to check that out. It might be a form of therapy for you, right? I like training alone because I don't trust too many guys. Too many guys are not as focused and are not dedicated as I am, right? I don't think everyone should do this. This is not for everybody, right? Everybody can't craft up their own workouts. Everybody don't want to study the body. Everybody don't want to know these things, not understand that. So you're not forced to train alone. Just ask yourself, which version are you, right? And be careful. If you do decide to train alone, be careful with this approach and understand that if you're on a team, especially in high-level basketball, you have to understand that either you have to work with the trainer, you guys develop things together by building a relationship, or you just kind of have to be the dummy and just do what they say. Because at the end of the day, whatever essentially master says, you got to do it, right? That's just the business we're in. But always be prepared to take care of yourself. Always get knowledge so that you can take care of yourself, because you never know what situation you go up into. You might go to a team that does not have a trainer or a kine, right? Or a physical therapist. So you got to do it yourself. So just be prepared, man, right? If you like this video, please share it with your friends. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Help your boy out, man. You watching this on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, please leave a review. And until next time, man, every day make them pay so that one day you can live a truth life. I'm out.